In the holonomic field pattern, art, science, and sacred order are unified into a single image, a primary configuration that nonetheless contains the whole story. Accommodated by the psi bank matrix is a single binary triplet configuration, chromatically keyed to the colors of the alpha and the omega, red and purple respectively. The central portions of the binary triplet configuration opens out on either side of the mystic column into two symmetrical inverse chromatic polarity circuits. The result is a complete binary configuration of 16 parts. It is also notable that the 16-part configuration floats over a field that consists of micro and macro configurations of the primary resonant field model. The micro configurations comprise the core of the macro configuration, which resonates outward in concentric waves, reaching its climax in an intense ring of radiation that unites the alpha and the omega ends of the spectrum. The center of the microcore corresponds to the center of the great mystical column, comprised of the numbers 13 and 7 repeated. The sum total of these numbers, 40, corresponds to 1/2 of the total number of units comprising this great mystic column. We may ask, where do we go from here? Once we have comprehended and mastered the 2-template, 8-plate operations of our own psi bank, obviously leading to the code of the 6, or 8 times 2. What next? Once again, the genial Ben Franklin has provided the clue. No sooner had he completed the square of 8 than Franklin triumphantly brought forth the square of 16, providing the numerical clue to the deciphering of the 16-part solar galactic microchip of our collective planetary density. The pulse of the magic square of 16 is 2056, a figure that is the multiple of 257 and 8. As an irreducible prime number, 257 is nevertheless intimately connected to the sets of binary progressions, as it may also be written as 16 exponential 2 plus 1. Yet, in relation to the code of 8 and 13 with which we have been dealing, with their multiples of 64, which is in parentheses 8 exponent 2 end parentheses, and 260 parentheses 13 times 20 end parentheses, 2056 as parentheses 16 exponent 2 plus 1 times 8 end parentheses, represents a major leap in the quality of our knowing and being. By analogy, we may review the difference between where we are now and where we must be in order to become properly galactic, as the difference between 13, the prime number base of the magic square of 8, and 257, the prime number base of the magic square of 16. The intervals between 13 and 257 represent nothing less than the intervals between the fragmented, incoherent, individual, and socio-political consciousness of the present day, and the completely unified field consciousness of humankind functioning as a single planetary organism in conjunction with the totally visible and operatable psi bank. At this point, we need say no more. There is much to be done. Let this pattern, the 16-part polar binary circuit configuration, the holonomic field pattern, suffice as an inspirational guide, image of wholeness, a resonant field vision, a radiosonic glimpse of our potential, a radiant call to realize our natural fully through realizing the nature of all that is around us. The holonomic field pattern, 16-part, polar, binary, circuit configuration.